One of my best hymns of all times is How Great Thou Art. How Great Thou Art was written by a Swedish poet. His name is Bobo, and he was walking home from church with his friends. After it was a peaceful day, nice, quiet, the rain began, there was thunders, they had to take shelter. Just as soon as it had started, the rain stopped, and there was this peaceful, calm moment where the skies were clear and the birds were in the air chirping, and they began walking home. Now, upon wondering all this, he writes these beautiful lyrics. "O Lord my God, when I am in awesome wonder, consider all the worlds thy hands have made. I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe display." And then he continues to say, "Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art." Now, these are beautiful lyrics. Beautiful. I love these songs. I love this hymn. Now, when I heard this song this past weekend as I was going on a road trip, Psalms 8 began to come upon my mind and my heart. Psalms 8 verse 3 says, "When I consider your heavens, the work of your hands, the moons and the stars which you have set place, what is mankind that you are mindful of them? Human beings that you care for them. You have made them a little lower than the angels and crowned them with glory and honor." This is mind-blowing. When Bob writes these words, he says, "Thy power throughout universe display." Now, I don't know about you. Have you ever gone to a place near an ocean or a lake and you just sat down there and marveled at how powerful everything was? You looked at the ocean and you just had these endless horizons. You looked at the stars and you wondered, how could this be? You looked at the sky, blue skies, cloudy skies, and you just wondered and just saw the powerfulness of God. When you look at the skies, when you look at the mountains, when you look at the clouds, when you look at the trees, the oceans, the lake, the stars, you just can't help but marvel and wonder and just see the powerfulness of God, isn't it? When you stand in a very nice, breezy beach or breezy middle of the ocean, you just feel the big powerfulness of God. And yet, he says that he cares for mankind. We are his most special creation. We are made in his own image. Sometimes I wonder why we do not see each other in such a powerful way as we see nature and as we see all these things. A professor of mine once said in class, he gave us this moment where we had to think about, have you ever been in an ocean and you just felt some really crazy, amazing goosebumps and you just felt like you were in a very amazing moment? And then he paused and he said, we are supposed to see each other in such a way that when you look at one another, you're in awe and you're in wonder of the beautiful creation God has made. Psalms 8, the psalmist here says, "When I consider your work, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have set in place, what is mankind that you're mindful of?" God is so, when he looks at everything, when Bob looked at everything, all he could do is just worship. When you look at all God has made, we should be compelled to worship him. Now, when I read this, I begin to think there should be some sort of confidence that builds in each and every child of God. Because when you see that God cares for you, when you look around you and you see all that God has made, and it's beautiful. When you look at life, although sometimes we look at personal life and we see how difficult situations are, when we look around and we see how God has created this world and how beautiful and amazing it is, we should look at ourselves and just see how beautiful we are made and how much God cares for us. Each and every one of us is made in God's image. I once read a book called On the Moment by Pastor Carl, and he says we should look at people as as if they're gold and not trash. When you look at someone, you should be able to be in awe and wonder. And so I want to invite you today, when you look around, when you look at your family, when you look at your friends, when you look at yourself, you should be able to think about how big God cares for them, how mindful He is of them above all His creation that He made, and just be in awe and wonder. You should look at your friends and just be in awe and wonder. Look at everybody through the potential of who God made them. Look at them through the lenses of who God created them to be, and not despise anyone. But more so, it should give you confidence, despite your insecurities, despite your fear, to stand up in confidence and know